my document looks something like this. Yours is going to look a little different depending on how you use the tools. I'm just going to zoom into kind of an empty spot so that I can show you how to use the gradient tool. I'm going to just draw a shape, draw a circle, hold the shift key if you want it to be perfect. And let's say I want to create a gradient. I can double click this gradient tool right here. And I also want to make sure that my gradient palette is checked or open. So when I click on this and click gradient, double click on it, it will automatically open your gradient window. You can choose linear, which means straight across, or radial, which means inside to out or outside in. You can also change the direction of the gradient. So if I take my gradient tool and I click and drag, it changes the direction of the gradient. If I want to be nice and smooth in transition, I'm going to pull the gradient out more. So this is how artists make something look three-dimensional, is using that gradient tool. See, it looks more like a sphere versus just a flat circle. If I wanted to change the color of the gradient, there's some defaults here that you can select and then change from there. So simple black to white. If I double click on these gradient swatches, I can change the color of those swatches. And if I want to change the white to a blue, we'll show you how it goes from one color to the next. And again, if I wanted to come back and change the direction of the gradient, you just select your gradient tool from the toolbar, and you can just change the gradient. Okay. There is one, fading sky would be if you had a shape that you wanted to transition from a color to transparent, so whatever's behind it you want showing through, you would select that, and then you could, let's say you want to get rid of this, you can just hit delete and it will delete the swatch. It will delete the swatch. And you can change the opacity. The opacity is how see-through it is. So if you want it partially see-through, you can change that as well, so something behind it shows through. And that is the gradient tool and working with color in Illustrator.